Hey, what's up, everybody? Here for the live real talk. I'm here with my girl Gina as well. What's up, Gina? How you doing?
Hey, Jay. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Chad.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So, sorry for the delay. I'm having a little technical issues. I got to use a different camera. So, you see me looking at the wrong place. I'm used to looking at a different camera. But anyway. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. The main things we'll talk about is 50 Cent and the situation with his son and his mother, the son's mother, and the whether who's at fault or to blame or what. We'll talk about that. We're gonna also talk about Kanye West. What happened to my people? We didn't do it. All right. Talk about Kanye West and his major meltdown, and can he even come back from that? And then also tossing that salad. Do guys enjoy? Do girls enjoy? Want to provide? Do you prefer syrup?
Oh gosh. Dressing.
I prefer syrup.
I'm done.
Alright, and we're going to do something different. I mentioned it the other day. We're going to have a little drinking game. Each of us got 3 little questions. So after we go to each different topic, every 15 minutes or so, we'll have the drinking game. So make sure y'all ready. I got my cup ready. So, we're going to have 3 questions. Well, a question, and you got 3 options for the answer. If you choose the 3rd option, you got to take a drink. All right? That's how it goes.
And don't be cheating, y'all.
And don't be cheating.
Only us know what the 3rd option is.
That's right. So don't be skipping out. All right. So, I'm going to let you ladies kick it off. What's the first thing you want to address? You want to address the 50 Cent story, tossing salad, or Kanye West? What's the first one we getting into?
I think we should do it in the reverse of what you said, Jay. Kanye, the salad, and 50 last.
All right.
So with that, Gina? That's it.
Okay. All right. So Kanye West is melted like cheese. Okay, like butter. He gone. He melted away, melt down. Can Kanye come back from this? He's gotten dropped from Adidas today. It took them a while. They lost $250 million in just the 4th quarter by dropping him. But they dropped him, and it looked like he may never come back from this. JP Morgan Chase Bank don't want to bank with you. Balenciaga, Def Jam Records dropped him today.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Gina, what do you think about Kanye and where he's headed now? I mean, he still got $400 million net worth, but I don't know. What do you think about this?
I saw that news and I was like, oh no. But I'm hearing that people are saying that he purposely did that so that he could get out of the Adidas deal. I don't know. But I just thought that it was, wow. Your mouth gets you in trouble. Like, you got to know when to keep quiet and when you should voice something. And he did. Ultimately, I don't think that was the best move that he should have made.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because everybody's going to go away from you. Everybody's going to leave you out front by yourself. Like, nobody's going to want to touch that. So I feel like, that was not the best move to me.
Yeah, I give the Jewish people credit. They really believe in keep my name out your mouth. And they will. He talking about he going DEFCON 5. They did do it. He's actually radiating. He's so nuclear.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly, what do you say? And then we got another guest coming in after you. Got my man Larry in the building. What's good, Larry? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How you guys feeling?
Hey, Larry.
Larry.
Hey, what's up? What's up? All right, Kels.
Talking about old crazy Key, huh?
Man, definitely. Kelly.
I agree with what you said. I wish we got collective like the Jewish community, because I'm part of that strict shut it down crew. You know what I mean? And when he spoke about his opinion on George Floyd, when he talked about, the White Lives Matter and stuff like that, if we had a problem with it, we wasn't willing to shut it down. But he went over to the other community and they was like you said, keep my name out your mother effing mouth. And we gonna back it up with our money, because that's what matters, right? So they backed it up, they put it in the pocket. So no more JP Morgan, like you said. Balenciaga, Anna Winthrop came out and she was like, no more articles on Kanye West, right? We cut him out the magazine. Like you said, Def Jam, everybody. I saw somebody put up today, I'm gonna wait because I know I'm gonna get these Yeezys at Ross. And I was like, so, I mean, I wish we could do that. I wish we could pull it together like that. I mean, yes, cancel culture exists, but at the same time, let's stand up for some shit. Damn.
I know, right? Larry, what's up? What do you think about this Kanye situation, the major meltdown, melting like butter?
I mean, this is just another one of his antics on one end, but it is also a major meltdown, because you have to know, at least in this time, in this day and age, it's not financially healthy to go after the Jewish community. It's just not going to work out well for you. But the fact that Adidas is a German company, and we all know the German history with Jewish folks, they were really forced to have to act. They may not even want, because it was several days, and some people may have said, oh, well, maybe they were debating whether or not they should do something, or maybe they were just trying to figure it out legally.
He
but
poked the bear with that Drink Champs.
Yeah.
When he said, they won't drop me, now what?
Yeah.
Because like you say, they German.
And now what? They had to. People, there was such outrage that people said, nah, he's got to go. Now, on the other hand, some people are saying, oh, Yeezy's done. Yeezys are done. Kanye's done. No, he's not. He's not even close to done. The reason why is because there's millions and millions of people out there who do not give a single solitary fuck about anything or anybody else but themselves and their own personal gratification, their satisfaction. That's why you have people like Kelly's that she quoted that was saying, I'm going to wait because I'll be able to get those Yeezys at Kohl's or at Ross or whatever it was. So it's not like people aren't still willing to buy them. It's not like they're not still willing to wear them. They just, they're thinking, okay, now instead of me having to pay $200 or $300, maybe I can get them for $45 out on discount at Ross or whatever. So there's still very much a market for his brand of hate and trash and so-called artistry and everything else. And so I don't see how. All I see is this is just a bump in the road for him. It's just a bump in the road.
Il Woods got a good point. He said no companies would stop when he said slavery was a choice.
Well, it's because he was talking about black folk.
Right, we don't have no power. We're not uniting. We need to unite. You see how they had that done in a week? They shut this dude down in a week.
We don't have financial power either.
No, we don't. We
have buying power.
But we don't run the banks. But we don't run.
People don't care enough, so our buying power, our spending power in that regard don't mean anything, because people just don't care. They're going to get it regardless.
That's what, they figured, well, they'll buy it anyway, so forget them.
And they will. And this is not just with Kanye. This has been happening with designers all over the world for, God, I don't know, since the whole designer thing kicked off. They have been telling us for a long time, we don't care about you niggas. We don't want you in our clothes, but you keep buying it. So we're going to say and do what we want. I mean, there was a time when black women came out and complained about Guess jeans and said they don't fit us right. They bunch in the back. You need something that's actually made for women with curves. And they were like, we don't make our jeans for your people. And basically said, we don't even want you wearing them. And you've had other designers. I think it was some people, designers from Gucci said the same thing. And you have people from Prada that were saying it. They're like, y'all dumb niggas keep buying it. We're not making it for you. You know?
Yeah. Gina, let me ask you this. Is Kanye canceled? You gonna still bump Kanye music? I don't know. Did you bump his music before? Are you gonna still bump it?
I did. The earlier albums, I did listen to them, but I have since stopped. But I don't think that he's gonna be canceled. No, because like it was said, you know, he said a lot of problematic stuff, and he was still, you know, everybody was waiting for the new releases. Everybody was like, oh, you know, when's that new Kanye coming? And people really didn't start to take their support away from him unless he offended them personally. Like the whole thing when he came out and he made comments about Boosie and his kid, like he turned around and he was burning up the Yeezys. But that was only because he was personally offended by what he said. He was like, oh, no, you shouldn't have spoken about me. But, you know, when it was against the people as a whole, people didn't care.
Our people are willing to accept so much shit, excuse my French, from other people and ourselves. It's ridiculous. I mean, let's not forget Kanye basically pinned a tail on his ass, put on blackface, and tap danced on top of Donald Trump's desk, and people were like, damn, that's messed up. The brother needs help, blah, blah, blah. And then niggas went right back to buying his shit. Yeah. It's like people need to realize that the fashion trends that are out there for urban wear, streetwear, all that stuff, it follows what black people buy. If black folks stop buying his shit, white people are no longer buying that stuff. It's just the way it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, his brand, if we stop buying his designs, his brand is dead.
That's true. That's what everything.
That's where our power is. Our power is in our buying power. That's where we have weight. You know, we don't have ownership of the banks. We don't have ownership of these, you know, high-end corporate conglomerates, companies. But we do have spending/buying power. That's where. But because we don't have that structure to say it's over, we're standing up for something, right? Because I don't really like the cancel culture term, but we do have to stand up for stuff. We got to stand up for stuff for us. And because
it's not cancel culture, it's consequence culture, as someone once said. Because they are. You're making people have consequences for their actions.
Exactly. So I definitely agree with that 100%. And it lies with us. Like I remember many years ago, I was fortunate to sit in a conference that a guy from a big liquor company, I'll say that, was talking, and he said, if black people stop drinking this for 6 months, they'll crack in half. If we stop buying that particular alcohol, that company will crack in half if we stop for 6 months. Because, like Larry said, we set the trends. We just don't realize it and come together with that power. Because like Larry was saying, and like you said, well, I'll just get it at Raw. So if we say, let's not drink that brand, forget that, man. It's $3. I ain't trying to buy no $4 one. You know, and that's what happens. And then we get what we get, you know. So, but we should do that.
And the other thing, too, is that sometimes with black folks, what we have to do is stop selling our stuff out. Like when you build something.
Yeah. And that's
like when you see brands that get built, when you see brands like Cross Colors and some of these other brands, you know, Carl Canai, some of these other brands that black folks had that we built, and black folks supported them. They were like, yo, this shit is dope. And, you know, you have people like Wu Wear with Wu-Tang. You see all that stuff. You're like, once you build it up and black folks say, yes, we like it, we're wearing it, we're embracing it, this is ours. Don't then turn around and sell it to, you know, so it's going to be a subsidiary of Levi Strauss, or sell it so it's going to be a subsidiary to some other company, and they don't care anything about our people, and will just sit up there and reap the profits, manipulate us, and do everything else. It's just hold on to it.
Yeah, and see, that's a great point. One thing about Kanye, maybe he did want to get out of that deal, but the way that he had to do it probably hurts him getting into future deals. I don't know. But it said
that was a dumb way, Jay. That was a really silly way. If that was his point, because the backlash, like Larry said, the consequences of it. So I would hate to think that that's the way, because if that is the way, then he's worse off than I think.
Yeah, and it said that he didn't own that. It said that he didn't own his design, 4 to 8% of all sales from Yeezy products, and it cost him $1.5 billion of his net worth because of that deal. But he didn't own it, and it said right here that Adidas, they acknowledged losing $250 million in just the fourth quarter, but they said that. Where they say they own all of the designs, products, and all of that. So it says they own all rights.
They're going to try and rebrand them. I mean, what are they going to do with them?
They better hope that his name and brand doesn't become toxic. Where you own, it says rights to existing products, previous and new colorways. But if nobody wants to buy it anymore, it don't matter that you own it. So.
They sell it at Ross, because what happens, it costs a fraction of the dollar. Like, people don't understand. You buying it for $200.
It ain't but a sock. Yeah, it ain't nothing but a sock anyway.
Exactly. So to them, they can put it at Ross or the JCPenney or whatever stores and sell it for $50 and still make a profit. So to them, it's not the amount of money that they would have gotten had the collaboration still maintained. But look at that. The article was a great article you just put on screen, Jay, because you see how small he is, even as the face of the brand in the bigger scheme of the dollars. You understand? 48%, even though that's a lot, that's like Jay-Z having 1% of the nets. You know what I mean?
Right.
You thought yes, us, it's a big deal, but the percentages as far as the bigger financial scope and their bottom line is very, very different.
Right. Shout out to Barika. She said supporting black business shouldn't be a hashtag, should be a way of life. Other groups keep, and that's how wealth stays in the community. Yeah, we don't do that. We got everybody else with a business in our communities a lot of time, but us. But
I agree, but here's a few things about that as far as supporting black business. Black business also has to be competitive, because as we know, there are a lot of brothers and sisters out here that don't make as much money as other folks, as other groups. And when they start looking at stretching their dollars, when we are all looking like, okay, I can go buy these shoes or these pants at the store down the block for $100, or I can go to the mall and I can buy them for $75. People are going to the mall. That's just the way it is. People want to support black business, but black businesses also have to be competitive. And maybe that means forming a collective.
People are buying $300 jeans, Larry, and they'll see a $200 black brand, and they're not the top name, and they'll buy the $300, $500 just for that label. What we do need is longevity, because sometimes these black companies, they want to make that big money within the first quarter. They want to make that big money immediately, and then you crash and burn because you don't have the consistency, the business consistency necessary to override that low point.
All right, hold on. We getting sidetracked. We going to the next one. But that's a good point. Now, we got something we going to do different. Larry, you wasn't here when I said it, but we going to switch. We got 3 topics. In between each topic, we going to have a little drinking game.
I don't have anything to drink.
That's all right.
Larry, go get it.
Go get a beer.
I ran out.
Oh, okay.
I ran out last night. I didn't get any more today.
Well, I know how that feel. But we got you next time. So I got my little drink right here, my cup.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm drinking some clear. Oh, damn. I'm over here using the camera that don't work over here. I'm over here trying to move this around like, hey, look. All right. So I got 3 questions. Y'all can play along at home. You can decide if you want to drink on the last question. You can drink if your answer is the same as mine, or, whatever. So I got 3 options. All right. You got, who you rolling with? Kanye, Boosie, or Will Smith?
Ooh.
Oh, I'm rolling Will all day.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with Boosie.
Bootsy.
I'm gonna take
I'm
a
rolling
sip.
with Will all day. What Will did could be rehabilitated. Huh?
Is Bootsy the one to drink on?
I just took a drink, but it is. You all can choose how you all want to take the drink. If you agree with us, take it. The third option, take it. We still working out the rules. Type in the comments who you roll with or your answer. Put it that way, and we'll do it like that. All
I'm
right.
gonna have to come back next week and get some Fireball before we go.
Yeah, you're going to have to come with 3 options, too. We each going to have 3. Because the next break is one of the ladies. So, all right. Here come when you eating your food with your burger or whatever. You got fries. You want regular fries, sweet potato fries, or you want something else? Neither. I want sweet potato fries.
I say truffle fries, Jay.
I don't know about no truffle.
I want the crinkle cut.
So you want some regular fries, just crinkly.
Yeah, I want the regular fries, crinkle cut.
Gina, you want neither? You want a salad?
Regular fries.
Okay, regular.
Regular fries.
Okay. I need them sweet potato fries.
So what was the right answer?
Kelly
What's the
said
drinking
she wanted that. Kelly said she wanted that truffle butter.
Hell yeah.
Right. What's yours, Kelly? What would you want to try?
Regular, because I don't like sweet potato fries.
All right. And then my last one is
What's the drinking answer?
I mean, you could have been the last one, the third one.
I think you need to drink every time a question is asked. I think that's how it's rolling right now.
Ready.
There you go. Drink then. Go ahead, drink for your truffle. Truffle shuffle. All right. We going out for a date night. You want to go to the movies? You want to go to a play? Or you want to Netflix and chill? I'd rather go to the movies.
Yeah, the movies.
All right.
None of those, man. None of those.
Okay. Where you going?
You gotta stick with the choices, Larry.
Man, if I'm doing one of those, I'm saying I'm probably doing like a museum or dinner or something. You can't talk to a woman if you're at a movie or a play. I want to know if I want to take her out on a second date.
Well, you got more technical. I mean, yeah. If that's I'm talking about the woman you already know.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the woman already know. That's a different story.
Right.
Yeah, probably. I'd say a play then.
Well, yeah, depending on the play.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So what's the drinking answer, Jay?
Whichever one you chose.
I think it's a drinking question.
I chose the movies.
There you go. The movie.
Every time he asks a question, you gotta drink.
There you go. Everybody should have had at least 3 drinks.
Mm-hmm. This is what you call having fun with your friends.
There you go. All right. The next topic, we're going to talk about 50 Cent and what was... Oh, no. I forgot. See what happened when you start the drinking game? I saw Kelly's face. It felt like Will and Jade. I was like... I'm over here laughing. Oh, shit.
Hello, Jade.
All right, so we're going to talk about the article that was out, and we meant to talk about it a couple weeks ago. I got to find it now, about men saying they like their salad tossed. Kayleezy, I'm going to let you kick it off with this one, because you knew a little bit about the article.
So I brought it up to Jay that I'm hearing men talk about their liking their salad toss for real. I never knew this was a thing, but I think it's a thing now. So IG took it off. One of the most recent things that we saw, they took it off because it was crazy.
I know. I was trying to find it right now. I'm like, what?
One of the first one, the major one I was telling you, Jay, they took that off. So because the guy called the girl out. So, when they ask the questions in the street, and the guy, they actually said, you know what, I love it. I love my booty getting ate. It's a great thing for me, and it amplifies the session. And then he points to the girl, and he was like, look, she knows. She's the first one who did it to me. And I'm like, oh, my God.
She just sitting there, just booty face, just sitting there with
Put her on
booty
blast.
face, right? Like, hey.
Right.
Oh, man.
I'm here asking Jay now. I'm like, Jay, is this a real thing? Because he's like, no, I never heard of this before. And I'm like, Jay, it's out there. What's his name? Trick Daddy said it. You got some celebrities that said they love it, and men are saying
eating Trick Dad. Never mind.
He said that on the drinking show.
He talking about the booty game, but I think he's eating booty. I don't think he's getting his booty ate.
Larry, Larry. He said he like it done to him.
Okay.
Let me get a 1B if guys or girls think that's cool. Put a 2B if no. Put a 3B if you thinking about it. And nobody gonna put the 1 or the 3, huh?
So here's my question, right?
All right, go ahead.
It's one way to see that the guys are loving it, right? But females are out there eating booty.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about these kids lately talking about eating ass, and they often say it. They want people eating ass, and
they want
boys and girls, male and females, man and women.
If that's their thing, I mean,
Gina, what you think about Tricky Ludder? Well, you know what he may or may not love. I don't know.
I don't know who's doing that with Trick Daddy. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why, but I have heard, I know someone personally that told me that they enjoyed, well, they told a group of us. And when he told me, I don't believe him. Like, I thought he was lying because this is a thorough dude. Like, he's a street dude. Like,
let me get the age for this. 20s, 30s, 40s, what?
He was about 35 at the time.
Okay.
So when he was like, oh, guys, do you get that? Me and my husband was sitting there. My husband was like, hell no. Like, my wife ain't down for that. And I was like, definitely not. Like, you know me personally. You know that's not going down in my bedroom. So he was like, no, it's really good. Like, I love it. I love it. And I was looking at him like, really? And he was like, yeah, me and my girlfriend, we be doing it. And I love it. I enjoy it.
And they just comfortable saying that?
It was comfortable.
I don't know. Larry, what say you on this subject? Have you heard about this? What do you know about any of this?
I've heard about it. I know G was saying her friend's like a street dude, and I'm like, so are a lot of them niggas locked up that are takers.
That's true. I didn't think about that, but that's a good point.
A lot of those jailhouse bottoms are street dudes too, so we
just saw P Valley, Lil Tig, Tweak, whatever he came out.
Right. Little murder.
Right, he shimmied them pants down real quick.
No, but these are straight men talking about they love it. It helps them keep up the pole.
I don't trust any of that stuff when they say it. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do it and be straight and enjoy it. You do what you want to do. But I hear oftentimes people say, oh, he's a straight dude. I'm like, you got niggas in jail getting their dick sucked talking about I'm straight or having sex with other dudes talking about I'm straight because I'm the one that's giving it. Dudes, when they talk about straight, should have some really twisted logic.
That's true, because Lil Murder don't probably think that he is, because until we saw Lil Clifford, Uncle Clifford and them. And let me back that statement up.
All I'm saying is, if you want to do what you want to do, whatever makes you feel good in bed, as long as it's consensual and you enjoy it. I don't really care if somebody enjoys that versus something else. I mean, let's not forget, it wasn't too long ago, back in the day, when I was coming up, it was back in the day, brothers were talking about they didn't eat pussy. And I was like, either you don't know how or you're scared or something. And, I was just like, I do. I have no shame to my game.
But were you in your 20s, 30s, or 40s when you felt that way? Or even see, that's the thing. In our teens, oh no, we would have never said we was going down or eating no coochie or any of that.
It was you back then, Jay.
Yeah, in my teens. In the 20s we started to do more and think more, and that, you know, it was more comfortable. The 30s, you know, ain't nobody care, you know, and say nothing like that by then, you know, what's wrong with you, you know, but
Larry, Jay started. You know why? Because I just want to say from this perspective, all the guys in the chat, Larry and Jay, right? If take apart the fact, you know, if you guys, if the ones who are married, if weren't married, and you met a nice young lady, and she said, "Make sure you take a good shower tonight," and coming in to yam up your BT,
I would think she meant I had a busy day that day or something. She tried to hit.
Whatever it is. I don't tell you. Make sure you take a good shower tonight because it's about to be on. Would you be like, oh, sure, I'm gonna let you eat my booty?
If she say it's about to be on, I wouldn't think that part was on.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Out of my mind would not default to okay. I'm about to get into something extra with it. I would just think like she wants me to be clean. And maybe she has white sheets or something. I don't know. You know, I'm just. I mean,
right.
I don't know, but
I must have been really foul on that construction site today. Damn.
You know, I mean, I know some dudes are like super insecure and they're just like, oh no, I would, you know, my wife did that, or my girl did that. I'm leaving. I'm never coming back, and all that. But, I mean. You guys are two consenting adults. I mean, here's the thing. If you know you're not gay, you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have anything to worry about if you know you're not gay. You know?
Yeah,
she starts talking and she starts pulling out toys and talking about let's strap up, then you have some conversations that need to be had. Right. You know?
No. But, yeah, man, my first time ever even hearing of this, I actually was in my teens, younger. And there was this one girl, and man, she was out there. She was something else, man. But she's like, "Let me do this," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, what?" And she's like, "Yeah, let me try this." I'm like, I like that she was very open to a lot of things, but I didn't need that much. I'm like, I like that you are, you know, very experimental, but let's just hold it on that one.
I mean, some people feel different ways about it. I knew a girl back in the day that did not want to have regular sex. She only wanted anal sex. She said that she wanted to be a virgin when she got married. And that was the way she thought.
Like he gonna be thinking, oh yeah, you saved it for me.
Yeah, we used to joke and we would call anal sex or we would call it princess pussy. Because, you know, they would always talk about princesses had to be virgins, and they used to do the whole check to make sure they still had a hymen. So we used to call it princess pussy, because you couldn't have, you know, you could have sex and then still maintain your virginity.
Y'all made up a nickname for it.
There's a lot of stuff out there that we don't know, we never heard of. Okay?
We called it mud pie. No, I'm just joking. I just made that up.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right. Gina, what's up? What's your questions you got ready for us for the drinks?
Okay. Which do you prefer? Golden Oreos, regular Oreos, or both?
I'm going to go with regular.
Ooh. Both for me. Let's put it in the chat. Both.
I hate to go the other way again, but I like those lemon Oreos they came out with.
What?
Those things are bomb. I love lemon type cookies and stuff, but those lemon Oreos are so good.
I've never seen a lemon Oreo.
Me neither.
Oh yeah, you have to get them. They have them
Larry.
And they have so much lemon flavor.
Yeah, that's that West Coast.
I might have to put together a care package or something. Those things are so good.
Yes, Larry.
All right.
Yeah.
So, what's the drinking answer, Gina? Which one are we drinking on? Who picked what? I picked both.
So drink.
Or drinking on both.
Drink.
Okay. I got my cup. I already got my cup.
Oh,
look at that. There you go.
See, I have my cup too, but I don't have the drink in the cup.
Oh, Gina.
Just pretend you do.
Okay, so next question. When eating chicken nuggets, do you like barbecue sauce, sweet and sour sauce or no sauce?
I would use a different sauce, but if I gotta choose one of those, sweet and sour.
Okay. Kelly?
Sweet and sour.
Okay, Larry?
Yeah, between those two, I'm probably going with barbecue between those two. But I like honey. I like the mustard. Either
That's
like the
what
honey
I like,
mustard,
the honey
the hot stuff.
mustard.
Yeah.
Mustard too. Honey mustard is my favorite.
Yeah, it depends on the mood for the barbecue or sweet and sour.
I pick no sauce.
Okay.
For mirrors.
I'm drinking one.
We could do sweet and sour.
Jeez, Gina. Yeah, you got to drink too. You
I already drank. This is my second one on this second question.
Jay, with that clear, you gonna be lit up in a minute.
Man,
We're gonna be lit up for the spicy conversation. That's why we drinking to warm up for the real talk. Real talk. So what's the last one?
Last question. Since we're grown, has anyone ever fallen asleep during sex? Yes? No? You don't remember, but you have been told.
Now, me, I have not, but I have had someone. So, I don't know. They was really drunk.
Oh, God. Encouraging Warrior said yes. So my answer is no.
I'm gonna say yes, but I can't say any more details to preserve the sanctity.
I'm gonna say I don't remember, but I have been told. When I'm tired. I'm going to sleep. Everybody that knows me knows my favorite thing to do is sleep. When the time comes, I'm going.
Oh man.
What's your drinking answer?
Kelly.
We're just drinking.
Drink on your answer. There you go. Kelly.
So you know I like games.
I know. We ain't got the rules together. It's fluid. It's a game in progress.
We having fun with our friends.
Yeah, you got the next 3 questions after this, so we gonna see,
Okay.
show us how it's done.
I'm going now?
Well, we gonna talk about what
Okay.
happened with 50 Cent and his son and the mother. Gina, I'm gonna let you kick it off. Tell us what's going on with that and what you think about that situation.
So 50 Cent's son, Marquise Jackson, has come out and he said that at one point when his dad was paying child support, he was paying $6,700. He did not feel like that was enough money for him to be able to be taken care of. A lot of people were kind of feeling like, oh yeah, he's right. But then when further details came out, his mom was getting a substantial amount of money with no child support order, and she wanted more. So he went to child support, and they ordered that he pay $6,700 to the mom. And the son, he still sees it like, oh, that was not enough money to take care of me. Now he's saying that he would like to sit down and he would like to talk to his dad. He wants them to at least talk. And I believe that he also, wants to go from, day one and start a new, fresh relationship because they haven't been speaking to each other. Me personally, I feel like it's a sad situation because I am a parent and I can't imagine not being able to speak to my kids, not knowing what's going on with them and only seeing what's going on with them through social media. So me personally, I do hope that they are able to reconcile and that they are able to have a father-son relationship. Because I remember when Marquise was little and he was with 50, like he took him everywhere. It was a closeness that you could see it through the screen.
It was in all the videos and everything.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like, I do feel bad for Marquise. as a parent, I look at him and he's saying, I just want to sit down with my dad. I feel sad for him. So I do hope that they come together and they're able to reconcile.
Okay. Larry, you want to chime in on this?
This man,
deep sigh, Larry, deep sigh.
I'll tell you, I hear stories like this, and I feel, part of me wonders, like, how many kids does he have?
I think two. Yeah.
I feel like when you have, like, this is a situation like I would not expect when you have two kids, you know, because you shouldn't have a lot of competition for affection or anything else. I feel like you should be able to have a close enough relationship with your dad that you can have that conversation with him one-on-one. You don't need to go to the media with it. Like,
it's a huge age gap too. I think his youngest is like 4 or 5.
No,
he's 8.
Okay, 8 or 9.
And his other child is 26. He grown basically. So they, yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, I would almost understand if there was like a big gap between them, where like his young kid was like 4 and then his oldest kid was like 17, because then I'd understand there would be probably a lot of jealousy there, and the oldest kid wouldn't be old enough and mature enough to really reconcile the situation. But being 26, you're a grown man. You know. I mean, if you are jealous because he has another kid and he maybe he's doing for his other kid the way you want him to do for you. I mean, you're 26, and when you're 26, most parents are like, you need to make your own way and do your own thing. And whatever I did give you, fine. Whatever I didn't give you, it's too late for that. You know, that's just what it is. And then you can be mad about it, but at a certain point in everyone's life, your parents are no longer responsible for the damage that they did. Like, you are now responsible entirely for your life. Like, yes, they may have messed you up entirely, but at some point it's your responsibility to fix yourself, fix the damage that was done to you, whether it was your fault or their fault or no one's fault. It's still your responsibility to fix the damage.
That's true.
So I feel like that, you know, if it's a lack of money now that he has, I mean, your dad is not just wealthy, but he's also very, very connected in the entertainment field. And I'm sure he can set you up.
Speaking of that, you made a great point, Kelly. I want you to explain about how he set him up with the shoe business.
Yeah, so he did set him up. He explains that he passed the store, I think it was in Harlem or something, a shoe store that was going out of business. And he went in there to see what was going on, spoke to the man, and he bought all the shoes in the store. He decided to sell it to his son so that he could start an online business. That was prior to StockX and all the other online engines, right? So, in essence, had his son take him up on it, he would have been the first one to have the StockX because he had the clout of his father with him. So you knew the shoes were authentic. However, I think that one of Marquise's major problems is his mother, and that a lot of people don't take into consideration that there are a lot of toxic mothers out there, and she put him in a terrible situation in regards to dealing with his father. So he was brought up with that energy. When the father sent him the shoes, he said, "Listen, we don't need an overhead from a brick and mortar. We can do this online and such and such." Everything was agreed upon as per 50, and then he comes back to him afterwards. Well, no, my mom said we need a brick and mortar. We need a boutique. We need to do this way. They did it, and it flopped.
So his mom wanted a boutique, basically.
Exactly. She wanted the boutique. But it's been talks around the neighborhood out there that she did a number on him mentally, because he got caught up in that disgruntled relationship between the parents.
Let me hold that thought for 1 second. Let me ask you this. Is it what Kelly is saying, or is it a little bit of like what Suburbia Jones is saying, Gina, that he hanging around Supreme's son and people that tried to have 50 killed? Is it that? Both? What's going on? You guys are in New York.
Well, there was proof that he at least had a night with Supreme's son. He had a photo, so a photo surfaced, and so that's proof. They were standing next to each other. They were posing in the photo. But Marquise is saying that he did not know who Supreme's son was, and Supreme's son also said that he, at the moment, didn't know that that was Marquise, which that part I don't believe, because Marquise had been visual everywhere. You know,
why would you want to take a picture with him? Right.
I didn't hear you, Jay. I'm sorry.
And I was saying, why else would he want to take a picture with him?
Right. But as far as Marquise, I don't know. Me personally, I believe that he may not have known that that was him.
I disagree.
Yeah, Kelly disagreed.
Yeah, because Gigi and I had that talk. I disagree because he was beefing with his father at the time. He was hardcore beefing with him, and then the picture comes out. So I think he knew, and he wanted to get at his dad. That was his mission, to get back at him. That's how he was retaliating. So he took the picture. I believe that he knew what was doing. I mean, clearly, it's just speculation because no one knows except the two people who took the picture. However, that's real harsh for people out in the street. You taking pics with the ops, it don't go like that.
See,
and
this
of
is...
course, 50's not going to take that lightly. So that made his relationship with his son even worse.
All right,
Yeah.
Larry, go ahead. And what about Ja Rule? Did he take a picture with him too?
I
Really
didn't say that.
I don't know. I'm not too familiar with some of these details with that. Go ahead, Larry.
No, here's a couple of things, and some people are probably gonna just get on me and say I sound like I always sound, but whatever. One of them is, first of all, 50 has beef with everybody, so this brother can't take a picture with anyone in New York. Let's just he really take a beef with everyone. So, but on the other end too, this is one of those issues about the way black people deal. Like 50 is he's a billionaire. This brother you should not, even when he wasn't a billionaire before, when his kid was young, he was still a multi-millionaire. His kids should not have been anywhere around these fools. He should not be around these fools now. His kids should have been going to private school at Exeter. He should have been, his friends that he wants to hang around with should be like the son of Jeff Bezos. He shouldn't be hanging out taking pictures with Supreme's son. He should be on a yacht somewhere where they don't even have cameras on the yacht because they know better.
Right.
You know?
Break the cycle.
Those are the types of people that he could have had his friends with because he had that kind of money to put his kid in that kind of position. Instead, you want to buy him a sneaker store. If you're going to buy him a sneaker store, buy him Foot Locker. You know?
Buy him a location.
Larry, he was in private school, from what I believe. He was in private school. He was being afforded that luxury, right? But the mom, if you're getting $25,000 to $40,000 a month, and you being able to afford all of the luxuries in addition to a certain type of lifestyle, and you stole, vexed and disgruntled that you go to the system and the system knocks you down to $6,500 to $6,700 a month, right? When you were getting 25 to 40 grand a month. So now you can't live up to that lifestyle anymore because you want to take this man through the system, which a lot of women do. They don't realize, or maybe their friends want to say this, and you need to take him for child support when you was getting more money when he was giving it to you prior to the child support, right?
Trying to punish the man, using the child as a pawn to punish the man.
Right. So he didn't have that lifestyle, Larry.
Let me ask you this. How much do you think a couple of good nannies cost every year?
A year?
50,000 a piece, probably.
50 grand a piece. The brother was paying 40,000 a month. This is one thing I never understood about these very wealthy brothers. Why not use all of that money that you have to hire a whole team of lawyers to go get custody of your kids? Even if you have to go out there and have the most heinous pictures taken to prove that mom is an unfit mom, why not go get physical custody of your kids? And if you have a job that requires you to be out of the house often, hire nannies. Why are you paying some woman $500,000 or more a year? To what? She's not. There's not that many damn Jordans and diapers and Levi's and whatever other jeans and stuff that you can buy for a kid. What you're doing is paying for her to drive around in a Bentley truck and live in a nice house. Get primary custody, and then hire nannies if you need to, and let her pay child support, and then tell her she needs to go find a better job because she needs to pay child support that affords to have the kid live accustomed to the lifestyle for which he knows, which is obviously this big ballin' rapper rock star lifestyle. So she needs to go back to school and get a better job or do something because her $250 a week isn't enough.
Hey,
You know?
I agree 100%.
I agree.
And I was about to say, that's what I did. You was just telling my life story similar. A few details changed.
Gina, take a drink for that.
But when things didn't go right with our relationship, I took care of my son since, he was, 10 months old or whatever. So it was difficult. I'm not rich and don't have connections like 50 Cent to afford the nannies and stuff. But, you got to have a daycare. And that works enough. Daycare can do it. So if I was able to do it with just daycare.
And here's the thing, Jay. When I've heard people say, "Oh, well, why would you take the kid out of the mother's house just to go ahead and bring him home, and then he has to be with a nanny a bunch of times?" I can't tell you how many times I've seen these people on these mothers online up there on Instagram and everything else, where every weekend they're doing 3 and 4 day weekends. They're in Vegas, they're at the All-Star weekend, they're in Paris, they're in Dubai,
and not with the kids.
I mean, they're doing 4-day weekends every day, and the other days the kids are with the nanny. Well, there's no damn difference if the kids are going to be with their father and they have to spend some time with the nanny, and then the mom takes them for the weekend. I mean, why? I mean, if you look at this realistically, why? When you think about the amount of time the kid's going to be with the parent, why not just have them with the parent that's going to afford to have them? And instead of paying somebody else, because some of these people, I've heard some of these child support payments are astronomical. People paying $100,000, $200,000 a month. I'm like, there's no way in hell I would fight tooth and nail.
Yeah.
Tooth and damn nail.
Yeah, because, not only that, sometimes just because they're getting the money doesn't mean they can be able to provide the best, experience and opportunity for the child growing up. I mean, you may be more educated or in tune to certain things than your partner, and so your child being around you will actually be more in tune and educated around certain things because they grow up with somebody in that household, whereas if you grow up with people that may not value those type of things, then you'll grow up not valuing certain things in life, until maybe it clicks maybe one day, hopefully. But so,
I can tell you this, man. You go to a school, even one of the best schools in the country, and you go find a person who just got a master's degree in childhood development, and when they come out and get a job, they're only going to be making about 50, maybe 60 grand a year, maybe. So
60 is hard. Larry,
Yeah.
60 hours. You're being modest here, like 40, 50.
Okay, so you go and you grab 2 or 3 of them, and you simply say you have one kid to deal with, maybe 2, and that's your job. You're going to help when you need to help. You're going to have some fun activities. You're going to go to school. You're basically just going to be a nanny and a teacher, and I'm going to pay you. If you were making 45 before, I'm now paying you 60.
That's true.
And your job is going to be less stressful. It's going to be a better environment, and you're getting better benefits.
I mean, what you said is what the rich and powerful do for centuries.
But that's what brothers need to do. All these rappers and athletes that are up there paying all this astronomical child support fees that are just basically giving it to some woman to go and buy and shop for stuff. I can tell you right now, these women out there that were dressed wearing, leaving the tags on their dresses so they can return them on Monday morning, they did not have money to buy all these Birkin bags and Balenciaga, clothes and all this stuff until you started funding their lifestyle because they had a kid. I'm not saying that you shouldn't raise your kids, that you should just dump them on nannies. But what I'm saying is you should take.
They should have accounting. And if they do that, it should be accounting of the money. So if I'm giving you 50 grand, I need to see itemized spending. It shouldn't be bags of Birkin bags on there.
I don't think the city mandates that.
No, nowhere. Nobody does in no state.
Right. So therefore,
that's messed up, though.
And prior to his ex-wife taking him for child support, which she got a minute fraction of the amount of money he was giving her, it was like, listen, she's going to private school, pay for the private school. She's going to do this. She's in gymnastics. She's doing all of this. You pay for it. So the money that you give her, you know that it is being it's separate from all the additional responsibilities, right? So what Larry was saying, I believe that men don't do that because they don't want to accept the responsibility. However, what you said makes perfect sense because the mothers are out doing XYZ. You're going to be with the neighbor, a family member, a nanny anyway. So why don't you have it if you think that your child's mother is a toxic parent? Mm-hmm. What people don't do, and I think we need to normalize that conversation, is who's the better parent? The better parent doesn't have to be the mother.
Right.
Because all mothers aren't great. So if you know that in 50 Cent's situation that his son's mother was being toxic and just basically invigilating his son's mindset with the negativity 24/7, he should do what Larry suggested, which I think I absolutely 1,000% agree with. Why didn't he take his son that he loves so much when he realized that the mother was going down Toxic Avenue and say, you know what, I'm not going to have you do this?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask Gina this question. Do you think society has kind of brainwashed men to automatically give up or automatically think women got the right of the child no matter what? Because when I was going through that, people was looking at me like I was like an alien or something for trying to do that.
You want your kid?
Yeah, like you want to.
Why would you do that? What's
they
wrong
actually
with you?
said, "Why would you do that?" Or why don't you just pay child support? Or why don't you? I'm like, what? Like I want to be able to help him be a smart person and stuff. I'm not saying she probably couldn't, but I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that.
Here's something interesting.
Wait, hold on one
Gina,
second. Yeah. Let me hear from Gina. I don't want to leave her hanging.
That because I know a couple of dudes personally, that they do have issues with their child's mother. And so what they get into is they turn around and they say, oh, she won't let me see my kid. And I'm like, okay, well, go to court. I don't want to drag her into court. That's my kid's mother. Understandable, but this is the woman that is keeping you away from your child. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I can't see that. I'm a mother of two, and I'll be damned if somebody's going to keep me away from my kids.
I went to court. Yeah, just so to keep all the drama out. I don't want to what you thought, me thought, argue.
Exactly.
Brothers should document that every time it happens.
No woman would be able to keep me away from my child if I was a man.
Like, don't wait until the third, fourth time it happens before you go to court. Like the first time it happens, you document it and then you start going back to court. Because I can tell you, after like the third time, and you go back in front of that same judge, and he finds out or she finds out you can't see your kids, that judge is going to be like, I think I'm shifting primary custody. You know,
right?
It's not going to take a lot, but you know, I don't know. I have all kinds of very strong feelings about. I am a child of divorce, and I have very strong feelings about the way kids and parents should handle their situations. But I just never understood the way these brothers are with these dudes that have a lot of money. It's not going to take any more responsibility on your side when you have a team of nannies that are there to help you at all times. At that time, all you have to do is play with your kid, basically. You know,
exactly.
Yeah,
but you know, a lot of black men are not given information to feel comfortable about normalizing taking charge of your child, right? So, like they said, it's like, oh, you're an anomaly if you do that. I actually know 1 to 3 guys right now who have custody of daughters, not even sons, of daughters, because they knew that they wanted to be in their child's lives and their mother was toxic. Okay, fine. You have one night stand or an encounter with a beautiful woman and bim goes to bam. She gets pregnant, but she is toxic. She's not the better parent. Bim bam boom, Jay.
Bim goes to bam.
She's not the better parent. So they talk to their daughters in New York as well, but that's not something that's normalized. We're not hearing. So men aren't even sure that they have that right because the narrative, the general popular narrative is the courts are going to favor the woman. The courts are going to favor the woman, and that's it. So they're not going to get custody. They don't have a choice. It's not up to them, even though they want to be a part of their children's lives. So first, to me, it's accountability, accepting that responsibility, and going after it because men have that right as fathers, point blank and period. I've seen a situation, just to surround it up, where The woman said that this man was the biological father. He was not. The courts put him on the child support because he presumed to be that. And when he fought for the child, he got custody. To do it.
Okay. Here's an interesting thing. I read a study a while back. I forgot who. I think it was like something from like I don't know. It was one of those Ivy League schools did a study a while back on parents and raising their children, and they said obviously the best situation is for kids to be raised in a 2-parent household. That's what gave the best overall outcomes. But then after that, it was kids that were raised in single-parent households. They were saying that kids that were raised by their fathers performed better at like every single metric that they had tested, that they were tracking. They were better performing academically. They were better at sports. They were more socially adjusted. The boys were less violent and more respectful towards women. The girls were less promiscuous. There was just like this. It was like on every metric that they showed, they were saying that men just did like if you have to raise a kid in a single parent household, that the men were doing a better job. And but they did say the best situation is to have both parents. But that shocked me because everyone always thinks like the kids, like you said, default should go to the women.
Right.
Because it's a nurturing role of a woman by default. So we think, they're going to love up on the baby. Yeah, right. Babies
need to be nurtured. Kids need to be raised.
Yeah.
And people always say that. They always say mothers love their kids and fathers raise them. Because that's kind of what it is. The mothers love their kids,
and they love their little baby boy too much. They baby their boys.
We have some heinous stories that come out in the news and in the media from women who are the mothers and they have these kids and they do heinous things to them. I feel like the child is the most important thing. And so it takes a village. I feel like everybody needs to come together. Me personally, in the 50 situation, I feel like he gave up too easily and he walked away.
I agree.
And he came out and he said it like the text messages were exposed. And he said, she could have you. I'll make another one. And then a couple of years after that, he had his other son.
Damn. See, his star was rising around that time, so he probably didn't want to even have a nanny or be bothered. I'm 50 Cent now.
I don't think so, Jay. Okay. I think that he was sick and tired of the antics from Marquise's mother. He was done with it, and the type of personality we see him to be, even the public persona, shows you that, what, I'm going through years of this, and you're the worst. I agree with Gina. He didn't try hard enough to get his son for himself, which he should have. But I also agree with Larry because I have read several articles that support what he was saying in regards to single fathers are the better parent. And they would give example of the little baby or the toddler running. The mom would go and coddle that baby, but the dad would say, come on, get up, let me see. Mm-hmm. So children become way more independent under a single father's parentage as opposed to a mother. I mean, I've read several articles about it, so I concur with Larry. But in 50's situation, I agree with Gina. After all the stress, he did say that. And then there goes Sire. He came, Sire, whatever. He came into existence. And the same way, even though a lot of people want to give backlash, the same way 50 was with Marquise is the exact way he's with Sire. There's no difference. It's just now that he has a relationship with him, and the relationships mirror each other. So he's not treating this one any better than he treated Marquise.
Right.
The relationship just got very, very, very jaded from a toxic mom. She was not the better parent.
That's a good point. 50 never really had deadbeat dad behavior.
Nope.
I mean,
he had pissed off dad, fed up dad behavior.
Yeah, I imagine it's if you live with your mom, and your mom is making it seem as if your dad is a deadbeat. If he's up there, she's up there saying, "Oh, he's only giving us $40,000 a month, and he's up there a billionaire. He just sold this company for $500-600 million, and he's got all this money. He won't even give us any." And you're listening to this, and you're believing this. I mean, but and then I mean, at some point, as 50, I'm sure he's probably thinking to himself, I am not an ATM. Like, I'm a man. I'm a father. I am not an ATM. And if you're only going to look at me as money, then I'm going to treat you like I treat the rest of these business people out here. I'm going to try and get everything I can from you and give it as little as possible.
Plus, keep in mind, they was in a relationship before he really made it, so who knows what kind of pillow talk. Nigga, you ain't shit. You ain't about to make it. Dre ain't gonna sign you. You ain't got no beat. You ain't got no rhymes. Now she tell me, I need more money. I was there before you made it.
But I think, Jay, I think from what I heard, the conversation was that, she was supportive of him at that point.
I was joking. I don't know the details.
I know, he said that he would take care of her. But when exactly what Larry said is what I'm going to go with, right?
That's even worse if he did say, I'll take care of you.
He was taking care of her. What, you talking about 25, 40 grand a month?
Well, $40,000 a month is $500,000 a year for what? Having a baby?
So you getting that without child support, without the city being involved, without the government being involved, right? So you knew he was doing what he said he would do. But I go back to what Larry just said, which I totally agree. You got all this money, though. So $500,000, what's that? That ain't nothing to how much you making. You with Trey, you with M, we want more. Right?
I mean, I feel like when you have access to someone like 50, I feel like your best option is to be on good terms with him and say, look, here's the deal. I have your kids. You're paying all this money. I'd rather make my own. Can you set me up with someone so I can get into the record label and I can maybe in a few years become, whatever, A&R, or maybe I can become a VP or something maybe after 10 years, something. You want to set yourself up that you don't need him because eventually, the child support's going to stop, obviously.
Yeah, it's over now.
Yeah. But, the thing is like, people aren't thinking ahead like that. And I'm not trying to, I don't want to make seem women are I don't want to say anything bad about it. I'm just trying to keep it real. LeBron
did his boys right.
I'm going to keep it real. If you're a woman and you're with some dude from a young age and he becomes famous because he's a rapper or an athlete and you think this nigga's not running around fucking, you are out of your cotton picking mind. This brother may have all the loyalty in the world towards you where he may be like, I'm going to run off and have sex with all the beautiful chicks I found, but I'm never going to leave you if you don't leave me. And that may be where his loyalty in his mind is thinking, because I can tell you right now, if you're a young brother who is just in the hood and all of a sudden now you have a hit record and Vivica Fox is knocking on your door, she's like sniff this.
It's like that smell like Independence Day.
You expect him to say no? I mean, come on now.
All right, man. We can still go on and on. It was great. Before we go, okay, Leezy got 3 more questions for us to drink to for the drinking game. Okay, Leezy, what are your 3 questions?
Okay. Would you prefer, and put the answers down in the comments, guys. Would you prefer, are you Team Coke, Team Pepsi, or RC Cola?
Oh, I like RC.
You're doing the old school RC.
I like RC. That's some Chicago stuff right there, boy. And knee-high strawberry, knee-high grape. I'm going to have to take Coke, though. I'm going to have to take Coke.
I have to admit, I like Coke, but if I went to the store, because I so rarely see RC, if I saw RC, I'm going to grab one.
Right. I still remember the RC.
I can get Coke anywhere.
Yeah, hey, I still remember the RC commercial in Spanish. In Spanish. They used to play it on my station in Spanish. I wasn't watching the Spanish station. They only made one version in Spanish. They played it in they'd be like, C, RC. Then they, so, hey.
So what about you, Gina?
I'm going with Pepsi.
You going with Pepsi?
Oh, look at that.
All right.
I only like Pepsi from Pepsi restaurants.
I agree.
Okay.
Fountain Pepsi is the best.
Am I going to get my 3 questions?
You got 3 you can make up right now?
I've been writing my 3 questions there.
Okay.
All
right. I like
Kelly,
that.
finish hers.
Yeah.
If you pick Coke, you need to take a drink.
I pick Coke.
Oh, I picked Pepsi. I still took the drink though.
I need some Coke with this.
All right, so I'm gonna take it to the bar now, right? If you're going out on a night to have some fun, what are you drinking? Casamigos, mimosas, or rum punch?
Mm.
Oh, I like that sweet stuff, so I'm going rum punch.
Okay. How you, Jay?
I might just go with that Casamigos. That's what that tequila, that George Clooney, right?
Yes.
Let me get Clooney. I'm gonna try to do like Clooney.
I'm gonna do rum punch because it's really good.
Yes.
See, that stuff sneak up on you.
All right, so if you pick rum punch, you taking a drink with me because I'm picking rum punch too.
Well, I'm gonna take one with my amigos. Anyway.
Come on, Larry, take a drink, right? So my last question, being that I am Trini to the bone, I got on this wave very late, but I didn't know it was such a big deal. So if you go to a diner, I don't know, diners all over the place. If you go to a diner and you're getting breakfast, are you getting butter on your grits, syrup on your grits, or honey on your grits? Which
Butter.
feeling you going?
I never did syrup. I would have put sugar.
Okay, so sugar or syrup, those two go together.
Right.
Man,
I need butter and sugar.
I would get cheese on my grits, but if I don't have cheese on them, then I'm going with butter.
So, okay, Larry, cheese and butter, they in the same family. Salty grits or sweet grits? Which one you going with?
Yeah, I'm going salty grits.
So for me, it depends on the. I'm looking at the wrong camera again. So to me, I done did it. I don't know how many times.
The liquor was looking at that camera.
Leave it on the alcohol, Jay.
I know, right?
We got you, don't worry.
So it depends on the time of day. If it's breakfast, I need butter and sugar. If it's at night and I'm getting breakfast, but it really should be a dinner or I've been out late, then I need, butter and cheese and salt and pepper.
Okay.
So you go with both, Jay?
It depends on the day. It depends. Is it day or night?
What about you, Gina?
I'm doing butter and salt and pepper.
Okay, so me, I'm team salt. Butter, salt and pepper, cheese. I don't want any sweets on my grits. I don't care what time of day. I don't want it. I was like, what is this? You might as well eat porridge. Why are you
Porridge.
I understand the memes and people were saying if you don't put sugar in your grits, you're crazy. I was like, I must be crazy then because I've never done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yes.
I don't want
so
any.
secret.
See, I don't want sweet stuff at night. I don't want pancakes and French toast and that stuff with cereal. I don't eat sweet stuff at night, but in the daytime I will in the morning. But at night, if I have ate breakfast at night, I used to love to get my breakfast at night at 2, 3 in the morning, but I wasn't about to put no sugar and stuff mixed with liquor in your body.
My friend and her husband, they do this cool thing where they'll have breakfast for dinner.
I do this.
And that's their dinner. They'll make sausages and eggs and pancakes and everything.
My mom used to do that every once in a while.
That's
I used to think that was so much fun when she used to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
My son loved it too. Breakfast for dinner. And he'd be like, he'll leave before he go to school and he'll look back. Breakfast for dinner, right? And I was like, I got you.
Shit, my dad be like, boy, that ain't for dinner. Put that back.
That's what my husband does.
Yeah, that's how
I
he
try to
is.
make a hash brown at 7 p.m. My husband's like, that's for breakfast.
Yeah. That's how I was with my son. He'd be trying to make some cereal for dinner. I'd be like, put that back.
It's breakfast.
You're going to need cereal you're going to be looking for cereal in the morning and it ain't going to be done because you ate it for dinner. You had a hamburger, now eat that for breakfast now. Switch it up, switch it up.
So if you pick team sweet on your grits, you got to take a drink. Because, however, I drink with you though.
All right, Larry, what's your big three?
All right, here we go. First one, McDonald's, Burger King, or White Castle.
I'm going with White Castle all day.
I'm going with White Castle too.
Boy.
All right, well, Gina, what you got?
I'm gonna go with McDonald's.
Really?
All right, well, White Castle's drinking.
Yeah, I'm taking another.
All right, here we go. This one you New Yorkers should like. Who's the best New York MC? LL, Biggie, or Jay-Z?
You can't do it like that, Larry.
No, exactly. No, Larry. You got to put all of the above in there. You can't.
No, you got to.
That's a good one.
I know.
No.
To me, it's been.
Did you repeat the question, Loki?
Who's the best New York MC? LL, Biggie, or Jay-Z?
Or Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. No, but between LL, Biggie, and Jay-Z, LL was a giant before them, but when they were giants, let me take this thing down. I keep looking at it. I'm tired of looking at it.
You good, though. You good. We don't even realize.
I know. So I think Jay-Z because of the longevity.
Ooh.
Biggie was fire, but he only had 2 albums.
Yeah.
LL is up there, but he was great when rap was simple. So when rap was getting more complex, he was hanging on in there, but he wasn't considered to be one of the top rappers when rap was getting more complex with the metaphors and stuff. So I'm going to go with Jay.
He a goat.
Here you go.
Yeah, he is, and he innovated, man. We didn't even have like love songs in hip hop until LL started doing that.
I need love.
Man. Exactly.
What do you say, Gina? That's a real good one, Larry.
That was good.
What
so
you guys
just drink and not answer the question?
Gina don't want to be on record. She's like, I can't be on record with that one.
Oh.
Look at her. It's hurting her heart.
So, I love Jay-Z. Jay-Z is Brooklyn. I love Jay-Z. My mom was in love with LL, and I met LL.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Biggie, though.
Oh.
Baby,
You have to
baby.
drink. You have to pour something out for the dead homie. That one was the drinking one. All right, here's
Because I'm picking Biggie too. I mean, by default, I gotta pick Biggie because this Brooklyn all day, right? But the way Biggie made us feel, though, I don't know if I ever felt that way with LL. I don't know if I ever felt that way with Jay.
Y'all felt
Jay made
pride,
me feel good, but the way Biggie made us feel different.
I'll tell you. I mean, I'm from.
That's how Kanye made us feel.
I'm from the West Coast. I love my West Coast MCs, but when I heard Rock the Bells, I was like, that is the hardest shit. I was like, oh my God. All right, this is the last question. I'm going to knock this one. This one's going out with a bang. Literally. When do you have sex? The first date, the third date, or marriage?
What?
First date.
Really, Larry?
First date. First date.
First date?
Like Kelly said, I need everything laid out from day one.
Third date.
Third date, huh?
Yeah.
Third date for you.
I'm going to say marriage because my daughter looks me up. So in case she see this, marriage.
I like it. I like it.
Hey, I'm going to drink to that one right there.
Marriage. I like it.
So what's the drinking at?
Third date.
Third date. Well, I was 2 dates. I was 2 dates early.
It's like I want to know
Really
everything
fun,
now.
I'm glad you introduced this, Jay. This was really fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked
Having
it.
fun with your friends. That's exactly what we do it.
There you go.
Right. Josh
We
Barr
gotta do this
said
again.
the
That
90
was a
day
90
rule.
day rule, huh?
I know, right?
Right.
That's too long.
Yeah, that's a long wait.
That's 3 months. Shit, we might not be talking no more.
I'm done. So, chat, do y'all like Jay's new game? You think we should do this? We should incorporate this into our Real Talk Tuesdays? I love it. What about you, Larry and Gina?
Yeah, this is fun. I have to Yeah, I have to keep some alcohol on deck if that's the case.
That's right. At least
like
on
this.
Tuesdays.
Like this in Discord.
You know?
Man, what?
Oh, man.
Yeah, so hey, everybody, don't forget to subscribe to my man Larry channel over here. Check him out at Today I Feel Like. And check out Kelly on IG, BK All Day, 358. Appreciate everybody for coming through.
And I doing it up for the ladies. We love it. Come through.
There we go. And
Marika, I miss you.
Yes, B.
We haven't spoken in a while.
That's right. It's been busy. Appreciate you for coming, Gina, as always. And everybody, yeah, no problem. And everybody, thanks for watching. Y'all have a good one. I hope y'all ain't drink on too many of these answers. All right. Peace. We up out of here.